Hey everybody, this is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today is February 16th, 2019, and we're going to look at the Nasdaq, both the 15-minute chart and then the daily chart because there's some longer time frame moves that I noticed earlier tonight. So here in the 15-minute chart, this is lightning trade set up to the short side. See earlier, I think last time I did this, went over this, price broke out, came down, using that pivot point, price broke out, came down. It has been going back up ever since. So the exit we're looking for this move to be over is going to be this pink line right here at about 64.66. So that's the exit we're looking at for this move right here. So price could definitely continue to go up. The Nasdaq could definitely go up. Eventually will retrace and hit this exit right here. This is 15-minute time frame. So that's what I'm looking for. I started getting out of some of the stocks this week where I had some good gains on, just because I wanted to bring some more money into my portfolio, because I am expecting eventually, could be a couple days, maybe even a couple weeks before the Nasdaq and both the S&P pull back, and that's when I'll be looking at getting in on some other stocks. So just something to be aware of, and something that I had started doing. But if it keeps on going up for the time being, hey, not a problem at all. Still got a couple of stocks that need to get some more gains in on. So that's what I'm doing with all of my stuff. But let's look at the daily chart, because I want to show something that I noticed. Take this off right here, and off right there. All right. So going back all the way to about 2000 right here, I was seeing what setups hadn't been filled yet, because in the daily chart the setups can take years and years and years to get filled. So using these kind of pea green points right here, pivot points, I want to show you something. So from right there to right there, price broke out. That started the lightning trade right there, came back down, hit 38, never hit the 100, so it's still alive, came down, hit the 0. So now the exit we're looking at is this maroon line right here at 35.2850. So as you can see, price for years after that, I mean all the way down to about 818, kept on going down, 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 and then one day it finally came up and hit the 50%, but that was in about December of 2013. So 12, 13 years later, finally came up and fulfilled that lightning trade long setup. So that one definitely took a long time, but definitely got filled. Now in going back and look at some other steps that haven't got filled here, using this pivot point right here and this pivot point right here. So price came up, price broke out, initiated lightning trade, went up and up and up. Never hit the 38, even though price did come back down and hit the 0 line. That doesn't take us out of the trade yet, and has just continued to go up ever since. So what we're looking at right now for one of the exits to the short side right here is going to be, I'll just put the pink line right here, is going to be about 30.19, 30.20 for one of the exits that we're looking for. Let me show you what's happening the other way when we put the fib extensions going the other way, because it's really interesting how price is moving off of it right now. So this is the fib extension going the other way, and as you can see right here, here's the 127. Price hit, didn't really do anything. Price hit the 143, didn't really do anything. But then when it started bumping up against the 161.8 Fibonacci extension, prices really started having some pullbacks and started having some retracements, and we've seen a lot of big moves to both the downside and now back to the upside. So that could be something to look out for. It could be kind of a sign for that retracement, the bear market could get started. It does look like price is going to go back up a little bit more. I'll do the S&P tomorrow. I'll just focus on the Nasdaq tonight. But I just thought it was really interesting that when price hit this 161 right here, this is when it started pulling back and making all this crazy stuff that it hadn't done for years yet. So based upon that lightning trade setup right there, the exit for that one that we're looking for to get that one fulfilled is all the way back at 30.22. And there is one other one as well that actually has an even lower retracement to it. Let's go to that one. So using these pea green pivot points right here, this is another lightning trade short setup that still hadn't got filled yet. Using that one right there and this one up here. So as you can see, price came down, broke below that pivot, never hit the 127, so sell in, hit 38, never hit the 0, and, or excuse me, hit 38, never hit 100, hit the 0, and has never come back and hit the 50. So again, price has just taken up some more. And so unfortunately for the exit for this one, the exit for this one that we're looking at is going to be even lower than that last move that we were looking for, and it's going to be around 17.13 for the hard exit for it. So if we take a look going the other way, the Fibonacci extensions, and looking at what price is doing, here you can see price went up, a little bit of hesitation between the 127 and 143, but ever since, pretty much since then, there hadn't been too much going on. There was all the election stuff going on right there, where the 2.618 Fibonacci extension turned out to be support for it. Hit up the 423, and now it's between the 423 and the 685. You can see how the 423, just like the 261, ended up becoming great support for the move up. So if it does go up and hit the next Fibonacci extension level, which would be huge, it's that's the 685 level, would be about 87, 82. Personally, I don't think it's going to do that. I mean, it's already gone up a ton based upon that move that hadn't been getting filled, because in the daily chart, if it even hits the 261 Fibonacci extension level, that is a huge move on the daily chart. As you can see, it's well over the 420. It got well over 423, bounced off of it, and now it's continuing to go back up. So unfortunately, based on the way these charts are setting up, it looks like someday, I don't know when, these exits down here are going to get hit. 3010 and 17, about 1722, something like that. So just be careful. I mean, I've been looking for a way to try to figure out how to put how to equate time into these setups, because all what the lightning trade shows me is that eventually these are going to come down and get filled down here where those pink lines are, but I'm just not sure about the timing for it. So I wish I knew how to accurately find the timing for it, but just the way I trade, I just don't have that yet. Still looking for it. When I do find it, that's going to be amazing. We can actually start timing these trade sums, but right now I don't have it. But I will say that since the in this move down here, since it's already well past the 423 level right there, I think the pullback and looks like kind of started over here back in January of 18. This could be the consolidation phase up top before price starts breaking out, because one thing that this one guy wrote that I did like is in the markets there's always a move. So like right here you have pretty much the consolidation phase down here, then from here to there you have the uptrend phase right there, and now it looks like what's going on right here is price is starting to get the consolidation phase right here, and eventually price will start down on the downtrend as well. So those are the 4 stages of the market. I believe the guy's name who I read it from is either Sam or Steve Simonek or something like that. I can't remember his exact name, but it's a really interesting article. And so it just shows that when price, you get the consolidation, price goes up, get consolidation up top, and then price goes down. So it looks like right now, based upon hitting those Fibonacci extension levels up top, and that the one is way overextended above the 423, and the other one is getting knocked down by that 161. Looks like we're in the consolidation phase up top, and so eventually coming out of that, we'll hit the downward slope coming back down to fill these 2 levels. So what I'm doing, just being careful, just looking for definitely stocks that have a lot of growth potential, based upon a video that I did a couple of weeks ago about how to scan for growth stocks. You can find that, and just trying to stay out of trouble and not get myself over leveraged. so that when this decline does happen, I have plenty of my powder dry, and I'll be able to get in at great levels when good companies start declining a lot, when the overall markets start declining. So that's where I think we are in this movement of the market. Like I said, we have this consolidation down here, big move up right here, and now it looks like we're in a consolidation phase up here, and then eventually for the fourth cycle of the stock price, it's going to go back down and eventually take out the 30.22 and then the 17.28 before those moves are complete. So I know that's it will be a big drop. It will stink. They'll say the world's going to end, but not even 10 years ago, it was down here at those levels, and we came out of it just fine. So unfortunately, I think that's going to happen sooner than later. So just be prepared and make money for it, going on the downside. So if you want to see anything, me go over things, feel free to let me know. I'm going to do another video tomorrow on S&P follow up, and then because there's a couple levels that looks that's going to hit, and then also oil, and then I may also do a couple of videos about some forex trades I got into this week, as well as some other stocks. All right, take care and make some money.